Modern hits like Gehra arrive as the product of immense corporate coordination. Released under the Sarigama label for the film Dhurandar, the track is backed by the significant capital required to dominate global streaming charts. Then there is the visual gravity of Ranveer Singh. His presence anchors the film's campaign, commanding audience attention before a single lyric is heard. The audio delivery is handled by Arijit Singh. Given his decade of chart-topping consistency, his name provides a massive streaming floor for any new release. This release environment is so optimized that the official YouTube transcript begins with a sponsored plug for Padanisa, an AI-powered personal music teacher. Corporate wealth, celebrity influence, and artificial intelligence all work to push this track to the public. However, the song's actual resonance depends on an older, human skill, the ability of a lyricist to arrange words into a structure that stands out from the noise. Lyricist Irshad Kamel builds the opening verses on a rigid, conditional foundation. The singer makes a series of promises, starting with "Tu agar meri," or "If you are mine." The lyrics map out a specific exchange. On the left is the condition of belonging, on the right is the payout. The singer offers the Hawaiian, Rahain, and Ujale. These offerings are strictly physical, tethering the initial romance to the earthly plane. Kamel establishes this grounded transaction as a baseline. He gives the listener a familiar, predictable floor to stand on, creating a starting point that makes the coming escalation feel earned. Eventually, the physical environment runs out of currency. Offering up pieces of the landscape becomes insufficient to capture the intended depth of the emotion. The lyrics pivot sharply with the line, "Betab sa mahabbat ka tu inqilab ainana," or "You are my restless revolution of love." The word inqilab changes the scale of the conversation. It characterizes love as a systemic, societal uprising rather than a private feeling between two people. This marks a leap from the passive observation of a walking path to the active upheaval of a social force. A revolution overthrows the status quo, suggesting the relationship has become a world-altering event. This is the first major fracture in the song's initial boundaries. The lyrics are aggressively expanding the stakes of what this relationship represents. By equating the lover to an uprising, the narrative moves beyond a private arrangement and prepares the listener for an even larger shift in perspective. After exhausting the physical earth and human society, the text forces the listener to look up. The scope of the lyrics leaves the planet entirely. Camille writes, "Palkin japak rakta hai asman," meaning the sky keeps blinking its eyes. He gives the universe itself a face and a physical reaction. This personification portrays the sky as overwhelmed. It blinks, physically responding to a human presence that appears to exceed the magnitude of the cosmos itself. The escalation reaches its highest here with the line, "Lakon furishtonki hai tujan," or "You are the lifeblood of millions of angels." The writer bypasses nature, human history, and the stars to place the subject at the peak of the universal hierarchy, ruling over divine beings. When those angels ask where this supreme being resides, the singer reveals she is simply in my arms. This declaration collapses the entire cosmic hierarchy he just built, pulling the divine back down to a human embrace. Through this linguistic ladder, the singer has moved from offering a dirt road to claiming dominion over the heavens, all within the span of a few verses. This brings us back to the title, Gehra, which translates to the idea that the color of romance has deepened. This deepening results from the lyrical structure we mapped. Each tier provides the foundation for the next. By moving from the earthly to the social, and finally to the divine, Camille forces the listener to experience the relationship's expansion. This human-crafted escalation stands in contrast to the clinical marketing budgets and AI learning tools discussed at the start. Algorithms can buy views and optimize distribution, but they cannot engineer this specific sense of awe. The resonance of a modern Bollywood ballad ultimately relies on this architectural precision. It succeeds by using poetry to pull the listener completely off the earth, one verse at a time.